January 2016, and barely a week after most households had packed their Christmas decorations away, London adorned some of its iconic streets and buildings with the most fancy of fairy lights. This was not a sudden attack of the post-Christmas blues, but the staging of Lumiere London, the capital's first, and hopefully not last, light festival. For 4 nights, stunning light installations and large-scale projections were enjoyed by thousands across Piccadilly, Westminster and King's Cross. Leicester Square here was transformed into a Day of the Triffid-style theme park, although thankfully there were no reports of anyone suddenly losing their sight. Parts of the festival were rather informative. This installation demonstrated the correct way to dive into waterlogged grass. And this one near Carnaby Street demonstrated how slow Londoners walk. Other installations in the festival were fulfilling people's wildest fantasies, like this one outside King's Cross Station. Young ornithologists were queuing up to take turns to experience life as a canary inside a psychedelic birdcage. Nearby, the cast of A Clockwork Orange were making candy floss. I was assured the sugar content was low and purely organic, and not an E number nor a drop of Moloko Plus was used in the recipe.
Now we are proud to present the Bullet Dog. A gentleman of the breed with his fancy tweed will blow your minds indeed.
The fabulous Circus of Light ran for 15 minutes, 3 times an hour, on the side of the old granary building in King's Cross. The world-famous Central St Martin's Art College has recently set up residence here. Apparently, Terry Gilliam was seen laughing raucously from one of the college windows. Well, he is a fan of a good circus. No animations were harmed during the filming of this circus. Whilst the crowds were being delighted by the Circus of Light, a projection on the side of BAFTA headquarters in Piccadilly left its audience a little confused. The collection of famous faces making up the piece were often difficult to recognise, mainly because they were from the world of theatre and not the world of television. One face in particular that caused a great deal of debate was the one that appeared after Sir John Gielgud and Yorick. Was this David Bowie, who sadly died only days earlier, or was it actress Tilda Swinton? Many were convinced it was the former by the black star that followed it. But then David Jason appeared, and everyone squealed with joy on finally recognising someone from off the telly. In her early years as the young Princess Elizabeth, and before her father became King George VI, the Queen lived along Piccadilly, not far from this spot, in a building similar to this one. With this connection in mind, one could say that this elephant is a Royal Nelly. Or maybe not. Second Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6. For God, who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," has made this light shine like Neapolitan ice cream. Crowds were totally transfixed by the elegance and beauty of this display at the back of Platform Theatre. This is exactly what the operators of this piece had in mind, for they were MI6, and whilst everyone was distracted by the light bouncing off its solar panels, the device was able to fulfill its real goal of scanning every mobile and handheld device in the area. Well, that's what I was told anyway. Even dogs were suspicious about this display. Was it transmitting a coded message? What was that message? And to whom was it for? I bet MI6 know. This piece seemed to wake something special up in many a middle-aged man. One gentleman, standing next to me, seemed unaware that his right hand had suddenly become a twitching fist, and his left started patting down furiously on the space in front of him. If anyone under the age of 30 had seen him, they may have thought he was having some sort of fit. I just smiled and left him to relive his childhood. Arguably the most popular part of the festival were the colourful mini zeppelins, gracefully dancing along the length of Regent Street and Piccadilly. They were absolutely delightful, except when they turned white and resembled sperm. Sorry, but they did. Some younger members of the crowd were so taken by the magic of the display that they tried to take the magic home with them. Going by the crowds at all 30 installations making up the festival, Lumiere London 2016 was clearly a huge success. There was something for everyone and plenty to intrigue. I wondered if she realised that dress is part of the festival and not actually for sale. Hopefully somebody told her before she asked for one in a size 12. Until Lumiere London 2017 then.